Guys, I just got back from the Teen Choice Awards.
Yes.
Well, I think I should preface that better. My girlfriend won a Teen Choice Award, which is a huge deal, I think, to the teens.
It's a huge deal to the teens. Yes.
It's a big deal. It's like
the teens that are addicted out there and don't have a home.
It's her first like teen. It's her first traditional media award. Like she was on television.
Yes.
She gave a speech.
Yes.
She went up on stage. This was like an actual award show where you're like sitting and like there's a camera on you and you're about to win.
Walk me through it.
It's
really good for us too. It's really good for people that do social media.
Social media people.
It shows that there are people in this industry that are very, very, very talented.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to get notified about new posts and to help the channel grow.
The funny thing about the Teen Choice Awards is it's obviously for movies and for stuff like that. But this year they went ahead and they took out categories like actress and all those.
Yeah, you said that. How could they not have a Best Actress category? Because
they needed to make room for. They had the categories, but they didn't air them because they needed to make room for social media people.
Wow, that's like at the Grammys when they're like best, country song played on a harp. And they do that like earlier tonight. Roscoe Penis won the best country song.
They do it right before a commercial break.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, by the way, SpongeBob won the Kids' Choice Award 8 years in a row now.
By the way, we know no one gives a fuck. We're legally obligated to tell you this.
No, but Liza won like the main award. It was the last award of the night.
Okay, who was your competition?
It was just a bunch of other female social media girls.
Okay, cool. What'd she say?
She kind of got cut off by the music because it was like the credits were coming in.
That was the one clip I saw that it looked like they didn't time the show properly.
And I was so nervous the entire show because I'm such a scaredy cat during this entire thing. I think I leaned over to Liza like 4 or 5 different times and I'm like, so you're going to get up and we're going to kiss or are we just going to hug? And it was like giving me anxiety.
You asked her that 4 times?
Yeah. I'm like,
she's about to win her big award.
Yeah.
This is what you're worried about.
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, dude. It's literally I have horrible stage fright.
What did she say?
She was just like, we're going to kiss. Shut up.
No, babe, I just want to check real quick.
I always double checked. I'm like, you didn't forget. We're kissing. We're doing the kissing thing, right?
It'd be funny if you just got up and you bit her nose.
Dude, how scary is that? Like, it wasn't,
like,
especially if you're at the Oscars and, like, everyone looks at you. Like, the Teen Choice Awards is a bunch of kids that have ADD that are looking different directions.
Right.
But like, when you win an Oscar, like, everyone, like, all eyes are on you. So this kiss has to be good.
Yeah.
And, like, my biggest fear is leaning in for a kiss and just not getting one back. Could you imagine that? What would the teens do?
She just faces you with her hand.
Oh, God.
So what happened? Was it a good kiss?
I kissed her. I mean, it was okay.
Was it a 2-lip smooch or
we were sitting? They invited Liza into like this section, so we weren't even sitting at our seats anymore. And the camera was
backstage.
No, it was off to the side of the stage.
Cool.
And the camera was on us. Because I was just there as like
standing.
Yeah. And the camera was on us, and I guess we didn't think much of it, but like we should have assumed that like it's go time, like it's happening.
Right.
And they announced her name. We didn't even hear her name, so Liza was kind of like distraught. She's like, hello, like, did it happen? Did someone say my name? And everyone was like, yeah. And Liza's like looking around, figuring out if like someone called her name. And I'm like, no, Liza, look here. I'm supposed to kiss you. Like, and I like in my head, I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, she's so discombobulated. Like she doesn't know where she is. She's probably forgetting about the kiss. So like I try my best. I like put a hand on her. I'm like, Liza, I'm over here. Good luck. And like I give her a kiss. And it happened. I gave her the kiss.
Was it as weak as that kiss you just did?
Yeah.
Just like that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging.
I look like a pussy.
I just want to know.
No, yeah. It wasn't like a passionate kiss. It was like a really quick peck.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was nothing to be proud of. But I was so scared the entire time being at this. And being at the Teen Choice Awards, especially for a kid like me who's like watched a lot of these teens.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was like, it's crazy how like us social media kids, like I was in the same rooms with like members of One Direction and like,
right.
Chris Pratt and like all these like big actors. And it was just so like normal. Like
right.
It was weird. It was like, it felt like to me is like when you go to like VidCon, like when I go to VidCon, I'm like, oh, I'm totally cool with everyone here. Like, you know what I mean? Like
right.
I'm not scared to talk to anyone or I'm not like intimidated by anyone. It was very close to that same feeling. It was like,
yeah.
And it felt like it was all run by a bunch of teens. And it was just like, it was so interesting to be like, just be standing there like with all these people that entertain for a living. You know what I mean? That all have the same like complex lives as like I do.
Yeah.
But they're all like,
Well, it'd be like if you were all plumbers and you went to like a plumber convention, you'd all kind of understand each other. Well, you know what you have to do. How do you attain success? This is your night to relax, maybe.
Yeah,
you work so hard.
It's just interesting. And turns out there's 2 winners on my street that won a Teen Choice Award that night.
Who?
Well, let's get into details. Okay, so Liza won one, and she's on my street because she came over that night. And
Vanessa Hudgy
and Vanessa Hutchins, who's my neighbor, which is really funny. Because I had like a friend over. I had a friend over, and he was like, "Yo, Vanessa Hudgens is your neighbor." I'm like, "Oh, no way, cool." He's like, "Yeah, I went to a party," and I'm like, "That's so sick," because like that's another person I used to like. I watched High School Musical like as a kid, so I'm like, "Oh, that's so many like teen stars around me." And Jason, why don't you tell everybody what you did when you saw that her car was on outside of the house?
You know what? I really don't give a shit about Vanessa Hudgens. I don't even know what she does or who she is.
I know, but it's just like...
listen, I think we all do this. I'm not the only one, but when there's like an egg that's not cracked amongst all of us, someone fucking cracks it. You know what I mean? Like, if there's something that's not being said, you're the first person to just be like, "What's up, Jason? We heard you suck that guy off." And so it was in the air for a while that Vanessa Hudgens lived here. So I said, "What the fuck? Let's crack this shit open because I'm tired of fucking talking about Vanessa Hudgens and what a big deal it is that she lives on this street. Like, who gives a fuck? I don't know what she does."
Jason and Todd are driving to my house in the morning because we're going to go do our live podcast, which we'll talk about later. But they're driving to my house, and before they get to my house, they notice that Vanessa's car is on. And from what I heard from Todd, is Jason just pulls over and sits there and waits for a good 2 to 3 minutes.
No. It was about 20 seconds.
Which is
2 to 3 minutes.
Which 20 seconds is enough for her.
It's like 10 seconds.
No, but 20 seconds is enough for her to not know how long you were there. Do you know what I mean?
No, she saw us pull up. She was in the garage like doing something. Her door was open. She pulled out her Dodge Caravan. No. She pulled out a really expensive car and the door was open. She was getting into the car. She's in the garage. I can see her. So I just pulled the car over because I'm like, what's better? Us spending another 6 months going, "Oh, it's just a day," or starting that friendship now or ending it, in my case. But, it's like, I like to get things moving, Dave. Get it off the plate.
How did it go?
It comes on my desk. I fucking do it. And it's
How did it go? What did you tell her?
I go, what I said wasn't great, but I go, "Hey, we're David's friends."
As if that helps.
And she had this look on her face like, "Who the fuck is David?" And she had the baseball cap on and the sunglasses,
Yes,
not to
LA.
get recognized. It's because I'm sure the gardener, wanted an autograph. And I said, "Oh, he moved in there down the street." And she said, "Oh, okay." And
is that how she said it?
Yeah. And
Jesus Christ.
and I'm not like, I don't want to disown her. I'm sure she has all kinds of crazy weirdos that come up to her, and she's probably guarded. So
yeah,
she's probably really nice. So then I gotta save it. I gotta do something, because it's not going well. And obviously she's like, who is this fucking weirdo? But sometimes that works. Just go up to a celebrity and be like, "What's up? How's it going?"
Not right outside their house. You ring the doorbell. "What's up? How's it going, Brad Pitt?"
"I like you. Who are you?" "I'm Jason. I'm Jason Nash."
Like, how did you think that situation
Cool
was going
name.
to go? You think Vanessa was just going to be like, "Jason, come inside"?
What if she was a fan of your vlog? What if I could have created... See, I'm making inroads. That's an inroad. That already happened. Now, when
it's a dead end.
No.
Dead end.
Now, when you see Vanessa Hudgens at the trash cans,
you're right.
you can go, "Hey, I'm sorry
You're
if
right.
my
You're
crazy
100% right.
old friend..."
Because when I was at the Teen Choice Awards, I told my agent, I'm like, can we meet with Vanessa Hudgens? Because I want to apologize for my friends. And I'm like, damn, I don't know if they did that on purpose, but that's a perfect conversation starter.
Did you talk to her?
No, we couldn't find her.
But then to save it, I introduced her to Todd. Todd was with me, and she perked up a little bit. She was like, "Okay, this wasn't a total disaster. I got to see Todd." She went like, "Oh, hey."
She saw Todd, who's like our sexy friend.
Todd's a really good looking
So
friend.
you rolled down the window.
Which we fight. Did you see? It is really funny that Brandon brought that up last night.
Oh,
How
yeah.
we show girls Todd's picture, and then they say he's not hot, and David and I are like,
Jason and I have this thing where we think Todd's like extremely sexy, and we always show girls pictures of him, and they always say things like, I don't know, he's not that good looking. And yesterday I figured it out. I think Todd's sexy because Jason beat it into my head that he's sexy.
I didn't think Todd was sexy either until I went to the den with him for the first time. Like when I first started hanging out with all of you guys.
You went to a bar with him and you realized he was sexy?
Dude, I was in the den one night. It's like fucking Rob Lowe, like 1985 was in there. I know you don't get that reference, but it
like
was
Harry Styles?
It was, well, it wasn't Harry Styles, but it was like...
It was like Harry Styles at the Kids' Choice Awards. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, there was just girls like dripping off of him. Everyone taking their shot.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and all kinds of girls. White girls, African-American girls, fat girls, goth girls, there was an Asian girl. Like, I mean, everyone taking their shot, like all different types of styles.
And what was he saying to all that?
He just had his hands in his pocket, and he's just fucking like, he just looked like, yeah, this is how it is. Like, this is how it's always been. I mean, I think Scott will tell you, Scott, his best friend, that, he knew Todd was very good looking at an early age.
It must be tough being good looking.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. I can tell you. I can speak from experience.
Really? How long have you been good looking for?
Since I got my plastic surgery.
What's the toughest part about being good looking?
Probably just turning people down.